Well, good morning, everybody. It's lovely to see you all here. I invite you to stand. We're going to start our service off with a song together.
Declare his praise, for who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before him. So open up the gates, make way before the King of Kings. God who comes to save is here to set the captives free. For who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before him. Who can stop the Lord Almighty? 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 Stop the Lord. Our God is the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before him.
And you guys can have a seat.
Good morning. Welcome to the gathering of I-Falls Covenant Church. My name is Max, and this is Kenna. We're just so happy that you are here today. I just have 3 announcements, but before I get to the announcements, if you will look in the pew pocket in front of you, you will see a Connect card. And if you're visiting with us here today, or if you need to update your address, or maybe you have a prayer request or a Jesus story that you want to share, go ahead and fill that out on the Connect card and drop it in the offering plate as it goes past. Now, if you're here with us online today, you can do the same thing by going to ifallscovenant.org and clicking on the Connect with Us button. All right, so for the 3 announcements, everyone here is invited to the Celebration of Life for Sherry Austin. It is on May 28th. The visitation starts at noon, and the funeral is at 1 p.m., and there is a lunch provided afterwards. VBS is starting. VBS starts June 18th through the 20th. If you are interested in that, there's a sign-up party on June 17th from 5 to 7 p.m. There's going to be a picnic, supper, and a bounce house, and you'll be able to sign up. So if you're interested in that, come to that event. If you are interested in helping, so I guess Pastor Darren is coming with a group who's going to be doing VBS this year. So if you're interested in helping, there's a sign-up sheet out in the foyer. So go ahead and sign up out there. Now, while you're out there, go ahead and also sign up for the All-Church Retreat, which is July 26th through the 28th. All right, so there are some more announcements. I'm not going to go over all of them. They're in the bulletin, so go ahead and check those out there. But for now, I'm going to pass it over to Pastor Marco.
You can actually keep that.
I'm going to keep this.
Good morning, church. Really good to see you guys all this morning. Today is a special Sunday. It is actually Senior Recognition Sunday. This is a time where I'm going to now invite the seniors. That's not senior citizens. That is seniors in high school. So seniors in high school, if you could stand up and come forward to the front, and we're just going to line you up right here. This is a Sunday where we want to celebrate the youth, now young men and women who are graduated, and that you guys can just have a face to some of the things you've seen in the bulletins of different grad parties that you guys are welcome to go to. And also, we would love for you guys to continue to be in prayer and in communication with all of these youth right here. Something I've mentioned in the past, probably a few years ago, is what I really, really love about this church is when I was attending Moody Bible Institute and would come back for holidays and whatever else, I always felt like this church was just so loving and welcoming to me. Just so many people, giving me the handshake and saying, Marco, how are you doing? And I think we should continue that tradition as a church, that we can be a church that is just so caring for these guys whenever they make their way back to International Falls. So what we do for Senior Recognition Sunday is I just am going to talk about some of these seniors you see before you right here. And I guess we'll start with Jillian. Jillian Bilbin, we love having her involved in youth group. And actually the first two youth right here, Jillian and Kira, I'll just note, both of them took the plunge, and during our winter retreat, during different years, they shared their testimony. That's something I like to do for our winter retreat. We go to Blue Water Bible Camp, and in the morning chapels, we like to have students share about themselves. And Kira and Jillian both did this, and it's one of the most incredible things, just to hear an older youth talk about some, very real stuff that they're working through. Sometimes it's heavy stuff. And I think it's so beneficial for those younger youth to see, especially, of course, our younger female youth, to be like, whoa, I'm not the only one going through something like this. Whoa, there's this person I really admire, and look at them and how they're working through this, abiding in Christ. And so both of these students did an awesome job doing that. Thank you very much, guys. It was incredible. Jillian herself is just awesome. You see her doing worship on Sundays. She helps out in youth group doing worship as well. Incredibly kind and caring to a lot of the younger youth under her. And a story, again, I think I maybe have mentioned this before, but something that just she probably doesn't like me bringing this up all the time, but I love it. I think a year, maybe 2 years ago during the skate show, Jillian Bilbin, phenomenal figure skater. She can do all the fancy stuff. She's, like the really skilled one on the team and stuff. Well, during the show, she does this big jump to do this fancy spin thing, and she wipes out. And it's like, oh man, that's crazy. But I think it's so powerful just to see her get right back up and go again. And even I think she did the same spin that same show later at the end and nailed it. And I don't know why, but that just always stuck to me, because I just imagine as a younger youth, looking at someone you may admire, and it's like, wow, they failed at something that they spent a bunch of time on, and they got back up, and it didn't seem to faze them. Maybe, I just feel like it takes a lot of stress off you, and I think that was really impressive, Jillian. Kira. So Kira Hesseldahl is my hype person in youth group. She is Miss go-getter. If there's any time where I need someone to lead in actions or just be hyped, Kira is there. Probably in the same way in the school. I'm sure for Bronco Week, you're just killing it. Yeah. Kira, just absolutely tons and tons of energy. And also, she's awesome at just like inviting people to stuff. Just has a very chill, calming demeanor, and I've always really appreciated the way that you can just connect with people and invite them to all sorts of things. And of course, just be hyped and just not seem to care what other people may think about you. Because sometimes you look ridiculous. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's great. Next we have Kira D, who your last name is so tricky for me to say, so I just don't want to mess that up right here on a live stream. Kira has been awesome having her at youth group. Something I really appreciate about her is just her boldness. She really just kind of like says what's on her mind and like kind of says it how it is. And that can be really refreshing at times when, you know, you're doing Bible study and you're trying to navigate stuff and everyone's kind of shy and awkward, and Kira can just be like, all right, here's what I think, and boom, like say something. You're like, okay, wow, that's very helpful, Kira. It's been great having her connect, and also just with Kira especially, you see someone pursuing God with maybe not as much of a support structure that we can see in some of these other youth lives. And I just think that's really, really impressive, Kira. That's awesome. Next, we have Emma Clarity. And Emma, I love, she just has this like super chill, kind attitude.